this is going to be a lot of fun. Here we are in Griffith Park on a Sunday afternoon. I'm standing here with Leonard. Introduce yourself to everybody.
Leonard Evans, member of the Los Angeles Live Steamers for 13 years now.
The Live Steamers. I've been hearing about this place for years. They're opening up the gates so we can walk in.
Okay.
Tell us what in the world this is all about.
Well, the Live Steamers was started back in 1956. When Travel Town was established, they had a static display, and they wanted some people to have a moving railroad. They heard about a club in Lomita where a manufacturer had based a little track. They were the first people to start building kits for this, and asked some of the guys to come out here and set up a demonstration railroad. And that's how it actually began.
Now, what is going on over here? Can we hear some noise over here, fellas? Oh, my gosh. One more time, now that I'm ready for it. Now there is some live steam over there. What have we got over here, Leonard?
This is our stationary steam plant. It's actually an exhibit of turn-of-the-century steam power, complete with appliances like a generator, the whistle that you just saw, water pumps.
Look at all this stuff down here.
And these are stationary models. Now, Paul Secord is one of the super...
Howdy, Huell Howser.
How are you?
Tell us what we're seeing. Wait a minute, I want to meet the guy who blew that whistle. You about scared us out of our skin there.
That's a big one, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. Huell Howser.
Yeah.
Look at this, Cameron. Look at what we've got going. These are all look like antique engines that show the early days of...
Yes, these are all models that show how early steam engines work. These vertical ones is like a marine engine, the kind of engine you'd find in the Titanic. These are typical of industrial engines of the 19th century. These are just running on air right now.
What about all the big ones? Can we come in there and take a look? Boy,
these are all the real thing.
What is this over here? Look at this.
This is a steam-driven air compressor that came from the oil fields up between Taft and Coalinga. And originally there was an oil line that went from the Bakersfield area up to Concord and San Francisco Bay. And every 15 miles or so there'd be a compressor station. This was just a little utility engine to power pneumatic brushes to clean out the flues in the boiler.
And look at all this. I mean, you've got... Now, see, I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting little steam engines.
No, this is all the real thing. We wanted to show people what a typical 19th century, early 20th century industrial operation plant would be like. And we have our can crusher here.
Look at this. They're recycling here with the can crusher. Girls, what are you doing? We're
crushing cans.
Okay, so these are old cans, and we're just, look over here, Cameron.
Yeah,
we're just sticking them in.
Roll it in.
Oh boy, there it goes, right down here.
Sometimes they get stuck.
What?
Sometimes they get stuck.
Let me see. Boy, this is great.
You know that it's going to take two engines to run this can crusher. We've got one engine here running the conveyor belt, one engine running the crusher. These are turn of the century. These are all about 100 years old. The story about this pump is apparently it came from down here just a mile or so away and was used to pump water out of the Los Angeles River, and it's a little cranky. It's old.
Oh, it stopped.
We'll get it going again. It's just a little cranky.
Well, that happened.
Yes.
That thing's how old?
1880s.
Oh, well. It's entitled to stop every once in a while. See, this is a... Howdy, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Is this part of your deal here?
This is his deal. This is Willie Wilhelm. He's a former rocket scientist, and this is his.
So you came up with all this?
No, not entirely. This has been here for a long, long time. We just improved it.
Where do you get all of this stuff?
I think we got it off of eBay. He can tell you he got it. That's his equipment, okay?
But you help keep it going right and keep it greased?
The whole crew does. You can't run this alone.
Yeah.
It takes the whole crew.
A lot of volunteers down here.
All of them.
Nobody's getting paid.
That's right.
This is our boiler. This is a Dixon vertical tube boiler. Puts out about 10 horsepower. It's rated to 35, I believe, but we're only using about 10 right now.
Cameron, come here a minute and look right down here. This is something to see.
Right,
yeah, just looking down through there. You see a lot all the way down, looking down there. There's a lot of stuff to go to see here.
It's a very busy place. You can see our firebox in there through the mirror. It's a diesel fueled boiler.
Boy, this is Now see, this took me totally off guard. I thought we were coming here to ride on little trains.
Oh no, there's a lot more going on here than just little trains, although the club specializes in it.
Oh, this is what pulls it to start it?
You gotta give it a good pull.
That's great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, where do we go now? I guess we leave you. We're going over here.
Right this
What
way.
are we seeing over here?
Our next stop is the Disney barn. This is the barn that actually was in Walt Disney's backyard at his house, his home workshop, around which he built his model railroad. He had a live steamer. He was actually a charter member in this club, the Los Angeles Live Steamers, in 1957.
And this is from his backyard.
From his backyard,
Where?
reconstructed here. Well, Michael Brogy, whose father used to work closely with Disney, can tell you much more about it than I can.
Where did this come from?
Welcome to Walt Disney's Happy Place. This came from Walt Disney's backyard up on Carrollwood Drive in Holmby Hills.
And this was just, it looks like a little barn.
It was Walt's personal workshop at his house. And it was also the birthplace of Imagineering. And this started, the whole thing of Disneyland started right in this little barn up at his house.
What's in here now? Can we go inside?
Absolutely, all kinds of fun stuff to look at.
Let's go inside. The happiest place on earth. Now here's the barn in Walt's backyard.
That's correct.
And we are inside now, which, well, here he is with Mickey up by a train.
That's up at Disneyland. That was taken June 18th, 1955, a month before Disneyland opened. Notice the headlight hadn't been installed yet.
So he was a huge train buff.
That's why Disneyland was built.
What?
That's why Disneyland was built. It gave him a bigger place to run a larger train. This is one of two English engines that Walt bought in London from a famous train shop called Tracy Loeb. If you're
Look, here is Walt with this train.
That's right. If you touch this, this has Walt's fingerprints on it. You can touch this engine.
Wow.
And Walt is taking it apart in the machine shop. My dad was the machinist at the studio, and he became the first Imagineer. And,
really?
And if you look up on the wall here is a picture of Walt with my dad with the Lily Bell locomotive that ran in the backyard. And we have a model, several models of the Lily Bell here in the barn.
So really, all of these things here are part of Walt's collection of trains from his. Why are they here?
Because the LA Live Steamers and the City of Los Angeles, with the Disney family, all agreed the barn should be on public display. So the family loaned it to the City of Los Angeles. We built a brand new foundation, a new frame. We saved 80% of the original wood to locate it here so people can come and enjoy it.
And this is open to the public how often?
It's open every third Sunday in the month, and so it's free. Opens at 11 o'clock until 3.
Every third Sunday.
Third Sunday.
We'll
it's
put
open.
a phone number and all of that up on the screen. Okay, everybody, give us a wave. This is the Disney group in front of the Disney barn.
That's right.
And he was one of the original members of the Live Steamer.
A charter member, officially made a charter member, which is a lifetime membership in 1957 by action of the board.
Wow. Well, thank you all very much. We're taking a train ride. Have fun in the barn. We'll be back. This is very, very interesting. Now, so far we got here, we saw Disney's barn. We saw all of the steam engines, the motors.
Our stationary steam plant.
But where are the...
Amtrak 572 diverging clear San Diego Junction from 43 over.